Hey everyone, this is Hope. Welcome back to another podcast episode. Today, I'm rambling about the beauty of silence. I have always loved creative expression. All my life, I've loved dance, music, singing, and boisterous, loud, and outwardly expressive performing arts. I'll always love that sort of creative expression. But as a teen, I had a lot of people around me who were judging me for my interests and daydreams. That's just a part of growing up, I guess. But I daydreamed anyway. I told stories anyway. And a great love blossomed. I began writing. My first memory of writing a story was when I was around 6 or 7 years old. To be honest, I couldn't even write by myself at that age. I had no idea how to get all of my crazy stories onto paper. So I asked my mom to write my spoken words, and patiently she did. I can only imagine what was going through her mind, because my idea of a story at that age was a man who had an annoying and persistent bug in his house. A sort of Tom and Jerry thing going on. The man could never get the bug to go away. Those little books were made of unevenly cut squares of paper, which I stapled together. Soon after, around 7 years old still, I taught myself to read and write. I read a lot growing up, and there came a time in my early teens when I was burning through a book per week. I was deep into YA fiction. I think I was around 13 when I started writing my own stories. Some of them were short, but some of them were the length of a full novel. I'll never publish them as they're very personal to me, and they symbolize my youth in a way. But I channeled all of my creative energy and dreams into something nobody knew about. I was too afraid to be loud, dance, or sing despite how much I wanted to. But I had so many stories I wanted to tell, of vulnerable and raw characters, and deep storylines. I was able to create entire worlds without anybody knowing, because the keyboard I had at the time was worn and quiet. So as I typed away in the wee hours of the night, nobody was the wiser. I found a healing escape from what troubled me in real life in the silence of writing. There is something so beautiful about colorful, stunning, loud, and heart-pounding performances. But there's another kind of beauty and sanctuary in quietly building worlds and characters who inspire. I'll always remember those little books about a bug and a man as my discovery to a great love. Thank you for listening to another episode of Pinned Thoughts Podcast. If you enjoyed this little ramble, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell to catch future episodes. I hope you all take care, and I'll catch you next time.